one red, pour out the Jameson for ancestors to swig.
You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the multitudes. You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the multitudes.
And I say, tell black people what white people talk about when there's no black people around. They all go silent. Because what are they talking about? They're either talking directly or in code about white genetic survival. I had a white college professor say to me after I had been invited to speak at a prison, white university giving educational programs in a prison, 100% of the prisoners black males. So I went and talked about the same thing I'm talking about here, about racism. So this white professor said to me, because she drove me out there, drove me back home. She said, see, sometimes when you push truth, and I'm not being rude and disrespectful, people feel compelled to come out with their truth. So she said, Dr. Welsing, you know, I hate to admit it, but on all social occasions, not some, not a few, on all social occasions when it's white people together and there's no black people around, she said, we are talking negatively about black people. And the assumption is that everybody present is in agreement. So I told her that I understood that. See, they're simply talking code.
You do the same thing.
They're just talking code about their survival. They are not going to reveal it. They'll just say to us, isn't it nice that we're in a democracy? You see, but they are talking code about their survival. And at the same time that a black man is in the White House, there are millions of people locked up in prison. Millions, thousands of black men locked up in prison. You can say the incarceration of black genetic material. Now I say that the system 24/7 is talking about this critical problem in activity that you would not think is talking about white genetic survival. So one day, one Sunday, it was...
Now, I just want to point out that, you know, I have white friends that I work with that are cool as hell. Been friends with them for a long time. I don't think she's saying this about all white people, because there are some white people that I feel that are allies, okay, that are like the person that she said that she drove home with, who told her the truth. She probably was an ally, you know what I'm saying? She understood the fact that, you know, it's not fair the way that, you know, we're treated in America, as well as the systematic oppression that's put on us. So I think there are white people. I don't think all white people are bad. I think there are definitely some white people out there who are really, you know, who really understand, you know what I'm saying, our frustrations, and, you know, want to help us, you know, get the things that we feel as though we deserve from this country. You know, I know a lot of, you know, I know a few a few white people who do, you know, feel like, you know, black people deserve reparations. So when you have, you know, white people like that on your team, and they're like, yo, we get it, we understand, because in my opinion, a lot of white people don't listen to this type of stuff. You feel me? Like, they don't care about what she has to say about genetic annihilation. You know what I mean? Because they are they're good. They don't have to worry about anything. Even though genetic annihilation is a big thing, I think that's more of a focus for the billionaires. That's why you have the Bill Gates buying up all this land. You have the Elon Musk trying to put neuro implants in your head. So those are, and I'm not saying those guys are racist, but they're definitely a part, in my opinion, of the systematic oppression, because I believe Tesla, they got sued for some type of discrimination. I believe Apple has been sued for discrimination. I believe a lot of these big companies have been sued for discrimination. So, you know, it's you know, you have white people. There are white people out there that are just as poor as black people. I can say that, but their wealth is different than ours. You know what I mean? Their value to this country is different than ours. That's why a lot of times, you know, it's crazy that, you know, well, I ain't gonna say it's crazy, but sometimes it's hard for me to, I guess, you know, give a white man money, like a white man who's bumming for money, you know, or a white woman. I don't care who it is. I don't discriminate. I don't usually give them any change. Now, you know, just I have. I'm not gonna say I never have, because I have. But when I see them, I just feel like, you know, like they hustling. Because in my opinion, as a white man, you can go out here and get a job probably anywhere. Let's just keep it a buck. Me, myself, not so much. So a lot of times, that's why, you know, when I see them on the side of the road and stuff, I really just be like, nah, I'm not giving you no money. Because, you know, if you can walk up and down this street to ask for change, then you can walk to a job somewhere and get some money like normal people. So I know that's crazy that I pointed that out, but I just think about that sometimes. Well, I was just pointing out that we do have some white allies. That's really what I was saying. I don't know why I got into homelessness, but hey.
So quiet. I said, gee, what's happening? It was so quiet. See, when it's quiet, you can think. Yes. And this is why they say, now this is your music. Boom, de boom, de boom. See, all that loud music turns off the brain computer because of sensory overload. See, they use loud music, our loud music, to torture people in Guantanamo. To torture people, to make them go crazy. But they feed it to us and say, this is your music. This is what we want you to hear. But when it was quiet and I said, what's going on? And it came to me, all games. And I said to myself, for ball games to have a whole city be quiet, the ball games must have a significance, an important significance that we're not generally focusing on. So it just pops. See, once you understand the context, meaning system of white supremacy or white genetic survival, this is the context in which everything, language, speech, activity takes place. So it just occurred to me, came into my computer. There are two series of ball games in the system of racism, white supremacy. If you read the ISIS papers, don't answer. What are the two series of ball games? See, you're looking at it all the time. But if you don't see the context, you won't see it. But you're looking at it.
Football and basketball.
What are the two series of ball games? If you read the book, you're going to be expelled if you answer. in the system of racism, white supremacy are big brown and small white. No, you read the book.
No, that's right.
Big,
I didn't figure that out myself.
big black and small white. Never heard
Big brown and small white.
Big brown and small white.
Why so? Because once we're talking about genetic survival, then this is what automatically comes in the brain-computer subconscious. And this is not a man with glasses. Do I need to get a model to come and stand? See, why does this come into mind? Because this is a diagram of male genitalia. This is a phallus or the penis. These are the testicles. The testicles contain the genetic material. What are the testicles called, colloquially? Balls. Is that right, Clay? See, I don't make up stuff. I just observe. Balls. So out of the same brain computer
Wow.
that set up a system of white supremacy comes to, see, this doesn't come out of our brain computer. It didn't have to. So the big brown balls mean the genetically dominant balls. And they are brown. And what are they? Football. Basketball. Basketball. Bowling ball. Earth ball. Small white marbles.
Right. Small white marble.
Baseball.
Tennis balls.
Tennis. But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, to me, this is just fantastic. This is coming out of a system that is worried about white genetic survival, and by their thinking of the white ball as small and producing small white balls means they, at a subconscious level, are aware of their genetic vulnerability. Are you following me? Yes. See, and this is being played out. These ball games are going on all the time, 24/7. So it doesn't matter whether you are picking it up consciously or subconsciously. It is still getting the message across. So beyond that, in the game of, well, first of all, what do white females say about their ideal mate? Not tall, blonde, right? Tall, dark, and handsome. And so, in the football, this big brown ball goes into some white upright legs at the end of the field. Are you all with me? The basketball goes into a white net. Are you all with me? Is this an adult class? And it's white girls in short dresses dancing on the side. And a black girl can hardly get on the squad. Is that correct? Now, a white man said to me, Dr. Welsing, do you know what white men say? I said, no, I don't. He said, white men say they're not men. Until when? until they have had sexual intercourse with a black woman.
I never heard that.
There's a lot of young
That's
people
crazy.
here.
I never heard that one.
See, this is the underpinnings in the culture. This is what the culture is really thinking about all the time. The people who are thinking.
That's crazy.
So the most powerful men play what ball game?
Golf.
Now our president just got hurt playing basketball. You see, but what the game that the white presidents play? Now how is that game played?
Hit the little white ball into a hole.
I'm going to demonstrate. Long stick held between legs. Trying to get the little white ball in a hole in Black Mother Earth. And if this is a real, are there any little children?
Yo, so man, so this one was hilarious. So I'm definitely gonna keep them rolling. Got some more to go. And yeah, like I say, I seen she had some, like I say, 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm gonna break them down for y'all so y'all can digest them a little bit better. But appreciate the love. R.I.P. the Queen, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Really appreciate the love. Make sure you go to our website, www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. We appreciate everything. You go there to see what we're doing in the community. And peace.